What is causing their jealousy is their own insecurities that they refuse to delve out on their own. So let's get that straight right now. You are not the root cause of someone else's jealousy. Insecurities are, and that is for them to figure out and not for you to figure out. Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. The biggest rite of passage when it comes to being in your early 20s is friendship breakups. Yes. We all know about them. We've all felt them, and we all know that they suck. I cannot tell you how many friendship breakups I've been through, and that's not to say that I'm just being a bad friend out here. No. This is what this video is actually about. We're going to be talking about the things I wish I knew / the things I've learned along the way through many friendship breakups. I feel like here in this world, we talk more about relationship breakups than we do friendship breakups, when in actuality, sometimes a friendship breakup can be more painful than a relationship breakup. Friends are pivotal to us being in society. It's pivotal to our support system, to us creating community. So enough of the epilogue. Let's just jump straight into it. I feel like this can go for any friendship, and that is to stop ignoring the red flags. And you may be wondering, what are some red flags that you can find in friendships? Well, I'll let you know of a couple. Ignoring your texts when you know they're not busy and you can sense it's a bit intentional. Backhanded compliments or backhanded comments about you. Ditching plans, always giving excuses, not showing up for you, but you're always showing up for them. It's not a give and take, it's all a give. These are a couple red flags that you can look for in friendships that can really just tell you when a friendship is about to go down south. And a lot of people want to chalk it up that friendships should include some type of inconvenience. Friendships aren't really meant to be comfortable and 100% about your comfortability. It's a give and take, and that is very much true. But when you're giving too much to a friend to the point where you feel like your cup is being drained, but theirs always being full, and it's always them, and it's never sometimes me, it's never sometimes you being considered, that is a big sign that you need to reevaluate what this friendship really means to you or how this friendship is affecting you. Because a friendship shouldn't leave you feeling more negatively impacted than positively impacted. We all know the saying, when they go low, you go lower. Or even the most common one, when they go low, you go to hell. Like literally like that you need to best beat them like tit for tat pretty much. Over here in this corner, we don't really do tit for tat. Personally me, I don't do passive aggressiveness. I've never done passive aggressiveness. If there is something wrong, if there is something that's bothering you, if there is some communication that needs to be said, say it. I'd rather you say it than for you to hold it in and that create resentment of some sort because you did not let me know that something I did bothered you 3 months ago and now it's 5 months later, and bada bing bada boom, you're bringing out a whole receipt list of annoyances, grievances. And what am I supposed to do with that? We could have chalked this out. We could have hashed this out months ago, but you didn't bring it up. When they go low, leave. Because when they go low, they are trying to have you pulled into the villain arc that they are putting you in their story. And there's nothing you can really do about that once you're put into a villain arc mindset in their story. But there is some control you can have. And that control is to leave. Don't ruin your character. Don't ruin who you know you are as a person just because someone is showing their own true colors and is treating you like crap. Their actions tells more about them than they do about you. Don't let it be about you now, because sometimes you just have to understand that some people really just going through their own stuff and they are projecting that onto another person. Hurt people, and unfortunately you are the person that they are hurting, but that does not mean that you have to hurt them back. The best thing and the most mature and the thing that will actually leave you more mentally okay in the end is to just pull yourself out of the situation and exit stage left. Trust me, I wish many a times that I had just left a friendship rather than reveling and going tit for tat, because I think I would have been more mentally stable in the end if I had just left. People talk about ghosting when it comes to like relationships, but I feel like no one talks about ghosting when it comes to friendships, because that does happen, you guys. Personally, it has happened to me, and you may be wondering, well, what did you do? Well, I did reach back out because I thought I needed closure, when in fact, maybe I just should have let the gaps be gaps. You don't need to fill in the gaps. Sometimes silence really is the confirmation that you need, and actions really do speak louder than words. If this person is not responding to you, they're not texting you back, they're making excuses to not see you, making excuses that you aren't really valid, or they're not really giving reasons why they don't want to hang out with you, they're ignoring you, you see them in person and they're even ignoring you to your face. When we try and fill in the gaps and we try and figure out the who's, the where, the what's, that's where we fall more deeper and deeper. And sometimes that can lead to some guilt or some self-doubt, or maybe you're blaming yourself because maybe you're thinking, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Because I don't think they're acting like this for no reason. Maybe I did something wrong to make them act like this. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. You won't know. Sometimes that silence is just the closure that you're gonna have to get and use and manage it for you to move on. But if you keep trying to fill the gaps, you're just gonna be left with even more empty questions that you're not gonna get closure on. And that is something you're gonna have to be okay with. Because sometimes no communication is communication, and you need to get that straight. This next advice is something I recently have even just come to terms with, and it has taken me, I want to say 3 years to fully understand, maybe even 4, is that some friends are here for a season and sometimes a reason. We all go through different cycles in life, different types of people that we are, and sometimes the friends that we have are only for that time period. And I'm not saying all your friends are like that. I'm just saying some friends are just like that. Take high school, for example. How many people can say that they are still friends with everyone that they were besties or friends with in high school? Personally, me, I can definitely confidently say that's not the case. Most of the friends I had in high school, I do not have them now. They were there for a season and for a reason. Maybe you had to learn a lesson from them. Maybe they were there to give you support during a time where you just really needed that certain type of person to be there in your life. Maybe it was even happenstance and it was the perfect timing for paths to cross. You will never know or understand why they were there for that, what feels like a short period. Maybe it was a long period. But don't take those friendships as failures. Don't take it as it's a big blow to your character unless you actually did something. That's a different story. There are over 7 billion people on this planet. And there are so many people that you have not met yet on this planet. And some people you're gonna meet for a short period of time and they're just there for kicks and giggles. They're just there for emotional support. And then the paths just go separate ways. And that's okay. That is okay. And that's something you're going to have to be okay with. Because trust me, this will not be the first nor the last time that a friend that you thought was going to be there forever and ever, you guys were besties, college mates, dorm roommates, you guys thought this was going to be till like your wedding day type of friendship. And then lo and behold, a few months, years later, it's not. This one is personal because I had a friendship that ended abruptly and I still to this day don't know what the heck happened. I don't know what I did wrong. I should have asked what I did wrong, but at the time I was not mentally okay enough to hear what I did wrong. Also because they ghosted me and they were just being totally disrespectful towards the end. And something that one of my best friends had to remind me is that maybe they were just there for that season. They're just there for that time. And how they treated me towards the end isn't reflect on my character. And I shouldn't let this negate or discredit all the good they did bring into my life, because I will say this friend definitely brought a lot of guidance and advice and comfort during a time where I really needed someone that was like a big sister to me, and they were there and now they're not. And it does leave a bit of a gap, and it does make me sometimes wonder what happened. Maybe this could have gone a different way. But then I look back and I realize that they came during the perfect right time and they left when they needed to, and it's okay. Because also it made me focus more on the friends that I really do have and the community that I have, and it made me realize that I have a great support system either way. Just because one friend leaves doesn't mean I don't have, honestly, a plethora of a lot of people that really do care about me and really do value me as their friend and value me through my flaws and through my imperfections and through my achievements and through my successes. So don't take those friends that ended, even if it was a bit messy, don't take it too much to heart, and don't let it dictate how you think people perceive you or how you think your friendships are always going to end, because then you're gonna start internalizing that, and then eventually it's gonna internalize and externalize into the friends that you actually like really should keep a hold on. I don't know why, but jealousy is such a taboo topic for people to talk about. I feel like whenever jealousy is brought up, people always chalk it up to just be like,
you're an insecure little person, that you don't care, you're just envious, and you're just a hater.
I will always admit when I'm jealous or envious of something or someone. And honestly, I've been doing that more and more lately, and it's been freeing. It's actually been more like healing to admit when I'm jealous or envious than to just push it down and just act like I'm not. We're all jealous or envious of someone, but jealousy is a hell of a drug. And when someone is jealous of you to the point where they start having resentment for you, and then the resentment turns into envy, and the envy does actually turn into low-key hater type activities, that's when the friendship just gotta, like, we just gotta dip, because it is healthy to admit when you're jealous of something that someone has. Maybe it's a healthy relationship, maybe it's a job promotion, maybe it's a career path, maybe they're getting certain successes or certain type of acknowledgement that you aren't getting. We all want the same feeling or the same type of accreditment that other people have. That's normal, it's human, there's nothing really that bad about it, honestly. What makes it bad is when, say you have a friend that low-key just started switching up. You start getting a job promotion, and all of a sudden they start talking, kind of belittling your job or belittling your position. You tell them, hey, I just got the job promotion, and they're like, oh, finally? Well, it's not really that much of a pay raise, right? It's not that big of a deal. What you mean by that? The backhanded compliments, the snarky passing like remarks. Jealousy is a hell of a drug, and someone can get addicted to it real quick to the point where you are now enemy number one. But here's the scary part: you may never know when someone's jealous, but there are signs, and you know what those signs are. You can see it with your eyes. They're the red flags that we talked about. Once you see them, try and have a conversation with that person. Ask, hey, what's up? And if they don't admit it, that's okay. But if you notice they keep being more and more nasty towards you, it's time to pack up the bags and go. And don't think that you need to fix their jealousy. That is for them to figure out. You are not the cause of their jealousy either. What is causing their jealousy is their own insecurities that they refuse to delve out on their own. So let's get that straight right now. You are not the root cause of someone else's jealousy. Insecurities are, and that is for them to figure out and not for you to figure out. And this last advice that I'm gonna leave you with, something that I wish I knew when I turned 18, once I became an actual adult. I wish you knew that it's okay to grow apart. There was a friend that I had. We were so close in high school. Then after high school, we just had two different lives. And I really did take it as it was like a personal jab at me, at the fact that they weren't including me in their life anymore. We just stopped kind of talking. If we did talk, it was because I always reached out. And if we did talk, it was always about like the one thing we had in common, and it could never go any type of deeper conversation than that. And eventually I stopped reaching out, and eventually they stopped reaching out. And I just had to come to the terms that some friendships really just grow apart. And that's nothing negative on you or on the other person. It's nothing to be against your guys' character. You will just grow apart. People become new people. And sometimes the person that you are now in this stage of life is not gonna mix or jazz with whoever your friend has become either. And that's okay, because there is a community out there for everyone. Everyone has their people, and you just gotta find your people. And if the person that you have now is not your people anymore, that's okay, because you will always find new people. There's so many like different communities out there that are just waiting for you to explore and to find them and to connect with them. Don't think that this friendship that grew apart is the end all be all, that you'll never find anyone like them ever again. You probably will. You probably will. We're humans. We connect with other humans. It's inevitable. Once you accept the fact that friendships just grow apart, the peace of mind you will have about your friendships will be it'll be so freeing. It'll be so freeing to not have to worry about all your friends leaving you or something like that. I don't know if you have that type of worry, but I definitely do. And understanding that sometimes friendships grow apart, remember, there's a chance that y'all can just come back and reconnect again. It can happen. It happened to me. I had a friend, we grew apart, we came back together. And now the people that we are right now gel so much better than the people that we were in the past. So don't just completely slam the door, but do leave room for reconnectivity. I hope that all this advice was helpful to you. I hope that it has helped you feel a bit of peace. Maybe helps with you moving on from certain friendships. If you're going through a friendship breakup right now, I'm sending you hugs, I'm sending you love, I'm sending you light and peace, because you will get through it. It'll be okay. I've gone through a lot of friendship breakups. Trust me, they're hard. Acknowledge the fact that they're hard. It's okay to feel pain from a friendship breakup. Don't let anyone minimize your feelings and minimize the impact that it had in your life, because it impacts you. Our friends, we hold them dear, and when you have to let one go, or when one just ends in a really messy way, yeah, it hurts. Let me know in the comments, what advice do you have for someone going through a friendship breakup? Maybe it's a tip for moving on, something that helped you get through a friendship breakup. Let me know in the comments. Let the community know in the comments, because you never know who might just need to hear it. Other than that, like and subscribe. You know where I am on this channel, Life with Tumi. If you love this video, let me know. Also follow me on all my other socials, because I post on like almost everything. And if you like seeing my face on here, you'll definitely like seeing my face all over your For You page on all the other apps. But until next time, you lovely people and beautiful souls, bye bye y'all.